Welcome back to Fearless Friday, where we help provide you with a healthier alternative to a normally unhealthy meal that you can enjoy on your weekends. Today I've selected chicken wings. Since it's football season, I thought it would be a nice idea to teach you guys how to make a healthier chicken wing. Usually chicken wings are fried and battered and full of flour and all kinds of bad stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake it anyway, because a lot of times it's easier to bake at home. And these are delicious baked chicken wings that I'm going to actually top with onions instead of a sauce like a hot sauce or something like that. I went over a lot of sauces and sauce recipes, and they're usually all full of sugar and bad stuff. Now again, this is Fearless Friday, so if you love teriyaki, throw teriyaki on it. If you love blue cheese, get blue cheese. And don't get the light blue cheese, okay? It's not worth it. Light only means it has a little bit less fat. And if you've been following us, you know that fat is not our fear, okay? What we're worried about is sugars, okay? And, you know, we're careful with carbs that raise our sugar level, okay? So get a nice blue cheese and dip it in there if you love blue cheese with your chicken wings. If you don't care for blue cheese with your chicken wings, then you're going to love what I'm making today, which is based on a recipe from one of our favorite chicken wings, from Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza, where they have a coal-fire oven. I don't have one in my house, but I'm going to bake my chicken wings so there's no oil. In fact, the grease from the wing is going to, you know, drip off. And instead of topping it, drenching it with blue cheese and all kinds of stuff, I'm going to just saute some onions and mix the chicken wings with those onions and a little bit of shallots, and it should be delicious. Now, I've chopped up most of the chicken wings, and you'll see that these look now like chicken wings that you see at a restaurant, right? That's how you always see them. But most people have never really done chicken wings at home and don't know that this is how the actual wing comes. Okay, it's separate. I don't have my scissors, but I'm going to show you how I'm doing it with this monstrosity. Now, the part that we eat, right, is in that and the drum. This part, you get it at Hooters, they have it there, but it doesn't have any meat. It's useless. So what we do is we chop that part off. And again, if you guys are concerned about dealing with something like this, I don't blame you. It's a little bit scary. You can always just get really strong kitchen shears, which ours broke, so I don't have it. So now we have these two separate pieces, and I got to chop that down the middle. Okay, and I have to be very careful because I like to keep my fingers also. And I didn't do a great chop there, but you know, we still got our pieces there. We got our separate wings. Now, throw that in there. We have all of our chicken wings. I probably have about 30 separate chicken wings in there, maybe 40. I think it might be 40 actually. And I'm gonna drizzle them with some olive oil and seasonings, and we're gonna get to that now. All right, so I tossed it in some olive oil, these chicken wings in some olive oil, because we're gonna get a nice brown color on them. Like I said, we're gonna bake them for an hour. I'm gonna switch them halfway through. I'm gonna flip them so that, you know, both sides get an even coating. I'm just gonna put some salt, kosher salt, my sazon completo that you know I love to put on everything. A little bit of chili powder, paprika, and maybe some garlic powder. Not a whole lot though. You know, I don't want to give you 2 tablespoons, 1 table. I go by sight, and you guys can see the way I do it, or you guys can figure out how you like it coated and do it yourself. And we got a lot of chicken wings here, so we need a good amount of salt. Toss them. And we're going to do the same thing now with the sazon completo and the chili powder. Not quite as much of either one of those as salt, but you know, we want some nice flavor, because remember, we're not going to put any real sauces on it or anything like that, so we want them nicely seasoned when we bake them. I'm going to do sazon completo now. Again, try not to touch the container with my dirty glove. And I'm going to put some nice sazon completo on there. That's it. Toss that. And I think I'm going to lay off the garlic powder. I think I'm going to go ahead and just put a little chili powder, a little paprika and chili powder, and we're good to go. Paprika, despite the fact that it's red, is not spicy at all. It just adds a little smokiness to the party, okay? It's not spicy. Chili pepper is a little spicy. The one that's spicy is cayenne. It looks like paprika, but paprika is not spicy. You'll find if you're a faithful follower of our blog, that I'm a fan of paprika. And on dishes like that are grilled or baked like this, it is delicious. Finally, a little chili powder, and we're good to go. A little on top there, a little on the bottom, and we're done. Now I'm going to put them on parchment paper. Another thing that you'll see a lot on this blog and in my recipes. I love parchment paper because it doesn't stick like aluminum foil does. And you don't have those problems later on. My oven is preheated. I'm going to put parchment paper on a cookie dish, lay out my chicken wings for an hour. Halfway through, we're going to flip them around so that both sides get nice, get nice heat. And in the meantime, I'm going to saute the onions, I guess, about 20 minutes before the wings are done. And we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Now I'm finishing up the sauteed onions. Again, it's just sauteed onions, and then I put garlic right at the end. You don't want to put garlic too early because garlic burns and loses its flavor when you cook it too long. So saute your onions so they're almost ready, then add the garlic at the end. And now we got a beautiful, I wish you could smell this. It's delicious. Now you see this black stuff at the bottom there? That's delicious stuff right there that you could be missing out on if you don't know how to deglaze, okay? We got some Marsala wine. I use it all the time. It's my favorite deglazing sauce. Now, see that? Look how that starts getting in there and getting that crusty black stuff off, and then our food picks it all right up, right? And then we can scrape it, and let our vegetables or onions or whatever we have in there pick up that flavor. And that's it. The onions are cooked down, but now I just put that masala in there, so I want to give them at least 2-3 more minutes to let the alcohol cook out. Let's open up and take a look at our chicken wings. They've been in there for about an hour. I've flipped them a couple times so we can get a nice color. Oh, there it is, golden brown. Alright, so we got these beautiful, look at the color on that, gorgeous. I put them up here so that all the oil can fall into that towel. But I want to show you something kind of cool. Like I said, usually when you eat chicken wings, people are actually adding fat to it by dipping it into oil. Look what we just did by baking it. All that oil came out of the chicken rather than adding it to it. Plus, not to mention, there's a ton there that's not going to drip off, but look at that. That's the difference between baking it and adding fat by frying it. So, alright, so we let the chicken wings drain a little bit, so we got some of the grease off of there into there. It wasn't a whole lot, but we got rid of some grease there. Now, look at that color. That's baked. You can get crispy without frying, which is great. So now we're going to put these guys in here, and instead of cluttering it with a bunch of sloppy, messy sauce that's going to take the crunch away, we're going to just put these beautiful onions and shallots and garlic on top. Toss that, and we're going to have beautiful chicken wings. Here we go. Look. We have that already there. Let's do a little toss.